Here we go. I told you. Lou Dort out the gate. We cannot ignore the fact that even though Shea had 32, Josh Giddey had 31, Lou Dort had 27, and he saved this game because he had major contributions in the first half when Josh Giddey wasn't going so much and Shea wasn't going at all. He saved this game from letting it get out of hand.
College coaching by Herb Sendek, just tremendously.
Lou Dort show. I'm telling you, this first quarter is a Lou Dort show. He had 14 in the first quarter. You seen him attacking, got finished at the rim twice, got an and one, now he knocking down the three. He's saving this game. And peep this about Shea too. Out the gate, he was seeing two off every single pick and roll. And he did not force a shot attempt, not once. Always just made the right play. And yet, he still had 32. Again, like, do you see him making any dribble moves? Do you see him trying to snatch back, pull up midi? Do you see him trying to do dribble pull-ups? No, he's keeping it simple. He got it, spot up, rip attack, rip right, rip left, wherever he wants to go. If he feels he can take the shot, he's going to take the shot. But he's just keeping the game super basic. And when he is driving, he's going to go up as strong as he can, as physical as he can. He's really saved this game, bro. He really did. If you take away the contributions he had in this first quarter, they're losing by double digits early on. He might be the player who's low-key most valuable in this game on the fact that he had 27 and he guarded Brandon Ingram all night. Matched his minutes, damn near. Brandon Ingram had 30, he had 27. And he made B.I. work. He made him work all night. Told you, Shea was not forcing out a single thing. Now peep this. This is so tricky to do. You're playing this pick and roll at the top on the wing, right? Now you're seeing two, now you got the slip. Now this ball gets into the middle of the floor. And now on this weak side right here, with Kyra Lewis, it's just damn near impossible to guard. It's either going to give up an open three or you're going to give up this cut. Either one of the two. Now Josh Giddey gets an open three. Now Josh Giddey's not a three-point shooter, but he was knocking him down. And then boom. And his first bucket, his first points. Peep this though. In transition, he didn't get in the half court. He didn't try to come off one of these screens and say, man, I need to get a shot up. I need to get a bucket. I need to find something. Nah. He came in transition. Once he had the opportunity, he took his shot. Once again, like, staying so patient, so relaxed, so calm that he's not forcing not a single thing. He sees two. He just makes the right read. It don't matter if it's Dario Saric. It don't matter if it's like, it could be anybody, bro. He's just making the right play, and he's trusting his teammates. Now he got another bucket. But this finish right here, with that outside foot, same hand, is extremely important. Notice when the contact is initiated. He hits a little bit on the floor, but also he allows himself to be able to get up in the air and also deliver a hit as well and be able to get through that contact. So you need that same foot, same hand finish because say you try to go out that inside leg with your right hand. So you're stepping with your left trying to find contact. Now that's a veer step and all that contact is coming from when you're on the floor. Whereas, boom, if you come off on that outside foot, same hand, you're able to take that step, even hit a bump on the shoulder while you're on the floor, and then also get up and get through that contact and be able to get to the rim and get that lay. And by the way, make sure you subscribe, like, and turn on notifications because we drop breakdown videos daily. And if you want to catch my breakdowns live, make sure you go hit that link in the description, go follow, and let's get right back to it. Peep his strides right there as he got up into that lay. Those last two strides before getting up, he made his strides a little short. By making a little short, it allows Murphy to fly by him, get past, and now he's getting to that gap that since he's now in front, he just goes boom, gets right to that rim. Lou Dort again. Lou Dort again, the savior of this game.
44 free throws. One game he had his career high 44 points.
Now it's the second half though. Notice how sharp he comes off the screen. Valanciunas tries to come up and make this double, make this hedge, but his angle is so sharp, he forces Jonas Valanciunas to bail out. That's how sharp you want to make your angles, especially if there is a hedge. You want to make that angle super sharp so that you can be able to turn that corner, and if they do end up hitting you, boom, block and foul, take that ball out or get yourself to the free throw line. One or the other. Now boom, here, this is that set I was talking about. That set I was talking about. Now he's catching and he's getting straight into his ISOs. Now in this Gilgeous-Alexander has some of the best deceleration in the league. And I could tell it off of just one thing. Anytime he makes a stop move, notice his back foot. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. Peep it. Does not go anywhere. What this allows him to do is that since that foot stays right there, he's making that jab with that right and bringing it right back to where that left foot started. Instead of dragging that foot forward because he can't control that force, he's bringing that right foot back, and he's allowing himself to create more space between himself and Herb Jones. Once again, boom, he ended up throwing the turnover, but peep, like he's going downhill full speed, and he's stopping right on that back foot. Don't go nowhere. Stays grounded. Then now here as a defender though, anytime you don't even know what may be going on, you can barely see what the ball handler is doing, just throw your hands in the air. You can never go wrong with having active hands, because you see so many opportunities where players are literally split seconds late only because their hands weren't ready. That pass gets thrown, they see it in the air, and then you stick your hand up and you're literally split seconds late. Whereas if your hand's already there, you're already moving it, boom, you get that deflection, you can get that steal. Now, boom. If you're a player that you get off these ball screens, you get into these pick and rolls, and defenders go under, the way you could counter that now, though, is to start that pick and roll a little deeper. He gets into this one right here, and now his first dribble that he's taking off that screen, he's already right outside that elbow, right outside that paint. So now BI is going under, and he's in a range where he could take one dribble, boom, make a move, get to the rim, do whatever he needs to do. Whereas, say, you made the screen up here outside that three, he gets under, beats you to the spot, and now you try to attack. You're 2 to 3 dribbles away. In that 2 to 3 dribbles, the defender will be able to time where you're going to be able to get that charge, or be able to make a play on the ball, whatever it may be. Now Lu Dort, notice that one step that he takes when he's going to close out, that right foot. On that one step that he took with his right, he's reading BI to see where he's going. Most players will get to this step right here and just continue to go forward and not really read what the player on the ball is doing. Whereas Lu Dort took that step, read BI, and instead of taking that right and taking that left step forward, he steps that right and takes that left step laterally so he could beat BI to his spot. And now there's contact right there, but since he was able to take that step, stay lateral and stay in front, stay in legal guarding position, he took that bump, and now they don't call that foul because he's in legal guarding position straight up. Boom, hits the chest, he's all good. Whereas if he kind of took that step up, he would have been late, opened up, hit that bump. Now BI gets up, gets to the free throw line, gets his foul. And one by Shea. But I hate when people do this right here, right? You see what Herb Jones does? Where you get called for a foul and you stand there with your hands up like this, like you ain't do nothing. Like, you did something. Watch this. Tell me if your hands did not come down. You see that right there, right? He hits you, your hands dropped, and now if your hands dropped, he's getting up into a shot, your hands get back straight. And so after that, you want to stick your hands up in there like your hands were straight the whole time. Nah, your hands dropped. When he hits you with the shoulder, your hands dropped. But keep this play in mind, though, for later on. This is a kind of a tricky thing to stop, because if you're not strong enough, you're not going to be able to keep your hands straight when you get hit. But players like this are strong enough. And there's situations where you may get caught lacking, and that may just happen every now and then. You're going to see even better right here. Boom, you see it all right there.
Practice, games, travel, eating habits, everything. I'm looking for Jack to help.
That's a great bump by Josh Giddey, but peep that ball protection though. Ball protection is not just ball handling when somebody's playing on-ball defense. It's not just when you get up into your shot or a hezzy pull. It's also when you get into the paint and get into all gathers, really. You need to have some sort of ball protection. Swipe down. He barely missed it. Literally probably by an inch or two. But Josh Giddey kept that ball tugged over to his hip, and then boom, he brings that ball up to his side, to his middle, and then gets it to his pocket. Those little details, being able to tug that ball far enough over so that the player can't reach it. Things that you really got to rep out, and you really got to build those habits so you don't get stripped in the game. Another thing I love about Lu Dort, though, is that even though he knocked down 3 threes or 4 threes, he didn't get deceived by his hot hand. He continued to play his game. If he saw a chance to go rip and attack, he ripped and attack. If he saw a chance where he could rip and attack and make a play, he ripped, attack, and made the play and passed it out. He didn't get tricked by the hot hand and say, okay, I've made 3. Let me keep shooting and see if I can get a 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. Nah, he just continued to play his game. He ain't forced nothing. And that's why he was one of the saviors of this game. Extremely tough to guard.
8 assists and 4 rebounds. That's a quiet, terrific game.
Hey. All y'all who may not be good jump shooters and your defender tries to play you in the gap, that gap is also another way for you to attack. It's not just saying, oh, I have to shoot, because if you shoot it, now you're playing their games. Because if you don't want to shoot it and you shoot it, you already didn't want to shoot it, so you're probably already going to miss it. You don't have the confidence in yourself, on top of the fact you know you're not a good shooter. So just see that gap and find ways to be able to, boom, get downhill, build some speed, and then attack and get to the rim. And boom, right here. If they had Jose Alvarado in this third quarter, he would have brought the energy enough to be able to suppress this run by OKC. They ended up losing by like, what, 4 points or some shit? But having Jose Alvarado right here, he gets in the game, he's picking up full court. He's bringing energy. You see him get that back tap steal in the backcourt. Boom, the crowd's going. Everybody's going. The whole team's going. And now you're able to cut that run down earlier, quicker. And now by doing so, you suppress the amount of points they get in that third. Now it gets to that fourth, and now that game is more in your favor.
Trust each other. Trust our work.
Josh Giddey in his little bag. Peep this though. These changes of pace are so deceptive, but it seems super simple when you're watching it, but it's something that's just to deceive you as a defender in real time in the game. Najee Marshall is getting back. You don't want Jonas Valanciunas on Josh Giddey. It's a mismatch. So what does Josh Giddey do once he gets in range? He slows down, stops Valanciunas, and so it starts Marshall as well. Whereas he should continue to get back in front because that's where he has to get to, but he stops and Marshall steps up to his body. Valanciunas leaves, and now he has a free lane to the rim. These little changes of pace, it seems like it's like, how do you fall for that? But it's like, in real time, it's just extremely hard to stop.
Gilgeous-Alexander drives, gets inside, the floater is gone.
Now remember that step I showed y'all earlier. I told y'all to remember when Herb Jones dropped his hands and I was like, why do you keep your hands up? This is the one I want to talk about now. This time Herb Jones stays disciplined and keeps his hands up even through the contact, straight up. So boom, inside leg, he makes the same contact, but since his hands are up, Shea doesn't go up and try to get a layup and try to find the arms. He takes a step and he fades away to shoot over the top. So it's just these little differences, that these split-second decisions that these players make. It's just like, damn, that's just crazy, but it's really a chess game at the end of the day, and he has counters to all the things that he's doing.
Offensive rebounder. Ingram trying to get free. Dort right with him. Ingram makes a quick
Watch the defensive work by Lou Dort. Watch the defensive work by Lou Dort. Making him work. He's just making him work. Whole possession. Making him work. Now, you saw him on the shot. There was no real hand up there. But the contest for that shot came before the shot even happened. He made him work. He got him a little tired. So now he got up into that shot. He didn't have as much legs. He didn't have the same rhythm. Even though it was clean up top, he got a good look at the rim. He did all his work to be able to contest and stop that shot and be able to prevent it from going in beforehand. No hand is really up there. That's a clean for a guy like BI. That's a clean look you should be able to knock down. Now Lou Dort got to the line. Boom. Down 4, and I'm like, yeah, it's just GG's right now, man. But now what the fuck? BI pull up. Knockdown. He mad because he got hit on his arm. He got hit on his arm, peep. Right there on the inside. But even there as a ref, though, how could he see that inside contact on his arm? Should have been a foul, but that's tough. You got to realize they're humans too. They can't see every little thing that's going on the court. So boom, they ended up having a foul again, and it's the last possession they get. Down 3. You know, maybe you don't even get a chance. That's what sucks about it all, bro. That's what sucks. At least be able to throw up a full court heave and then have everybody pray as the ball's in the air. But ain't nothing happened, bro. When are you able to get that shot?